Beyond the Van. Little bit of a different video for you today. I'm just going to record this and let it roll. I'll drop in a few shots of what Ted's up to and what we're doing, where we are while I'm talking, but basically I'm just going to let this video roll. And the subject today that I want to talk about is something that everybody, or a lot of people, seem to completely overlook, and that's life. So the question really is, are you alive or are you living? And when you think about that, it opens up all sorts of other questions as well. People ask me quite frequently questions such as, why do I live in a van? Well, the answer actually now is, I live in my van because I'm happy there. I enjoy it and I enjoy the lifestyle. I love the freedom and I love waking up to new places and being able to explore and travel places. So, something that cropped up last week actually was, would I ever consider going back, or could I ever see myself going back to living in a house? And the answer is yes, because if at any point the van life no longer makes me happy, I will change and I will do something different, and that could possibly be a house. But for the moment, I have no intention of going back to a house. The number of comments that people make along the lines of, I envy you, I love your lifestyle, I'm jealous. Fair enough. But all I would say is, if it's something you really would like to do, and a lot of people do like to do it, just do it. There's nothing stopping you. There may be circumstances, there may be temporary circumstances, but ultimately, you're paddling your own canoe. There is nothing stopping you. It's not an expensive lifestyle. It doesn't have to be a particularly cheap lifestyle. I wouldn't say I live a particularly cheap lifestyle, but I live the lifestyle that I want to lead and I enjoy. So I think my only advice to you, if you are contemplating, dreaming, however you want to put it, living in a van and living this sort of life, just do it. You won't regret it. You can always go back. I have not met anybody so far, and I've met a lot of people on my travels who have said, oh, I wish I hadn't done this, I don't like this lifestyle. But I have met plenty, especially older people, who have said, I wish I'd done this when I was younger. So my only advice to you really is, just do it and don't leave it too late. Don't worry about the future. There's no point in worrying about something that none of us can predict or foresee or really plan, because you never know what might happen. You never know what might occur. I saw a comment on a video yesterday. I have to move, I'm getting a thorn on my backside. Beauty of nature, eh? And this comment was along the lines of, and it really hits home actually when you think about it, we average a lifespan of only 4,000 weeks. Now, I'd never thought of looking at it in terms of weeks before, but 4,000 weeks, it's a blink of an eyelid. Obviously, some people last longer. Some people don't even make half of that, sadly. A very good example of that actually is Ted. No, not Ted, but he's going to knock the camera over. A good example of life being cut short is a friend of mine who I wouldn't call a close friend, but somebody I knew really well, who passed away at the age of 31. No warning whatsoever, no illnesses, and he just went in the night, I guess, in his sleep. Not a bad way to go when you're going to go, but at the age of 31, it's too young. And it just makes you realise that every moment is precious. Live for now. Don't live for what's potentially going to be. Human beings spend around 50% of their lives in the past. Now think about that. If something happens to you today, or this morning, and it really upsets you or it winds you up, you will spend a good percentage of that day, possibly more days, thinking about it. You're living in the past. It's gone, it's done, learn from it, it doesn't matter. Ted's a great example. I won't say his name too loudly or he'll come bounding over here and knock the camera over. But he lives for the moment. Right at this moment is what he lives for. He's running, we're out on the common at the moment, he is loving it. He doesn't care that this morning I wouldn't let him go out first thing because there were people outside. He wasn't too happy at the time, but he doesn't care now, he's forgotten that. He's enjoying his run. He's not bothered by the fact that we go back to the car soon and his run's over. It doesn't matter. He is living for right now, and that's what we should be doing. We should be living for the moment, right this moment. What makes you happy? Is it money? Is it the things money can buy, the nice things, the nice cars, the nice house? Or is it happiness? Now, if all those things bring you happiness, then that's fair enough. And that's brilliant. But happiness, in my opinion, can't be bought. And now I've got some dog walker coming past, so I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot making a video. But never mind. Ted! Come on! No, 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 no. No, I'm doing a video. Just had to cut the video a bit short there. A dog came along and knocked the camera over, bounding around with Ted. I'd say the downside of coming to nice places like this to do videos is there's always somebody who comes along, there's always people around. The world would be a much better place without all the people. Anyway, where was I? Happiness. What makes you happy? So I mentioned the posh cars, the house and all the rest of it. But does that make you truly happy? And if the answer is no, if it doesn't, then do something different. You're only in this lifetime, this time. It's not a trial run. There's nothing to practice. Do what makes you happy. What's stopping you being happy? The answer is probably fear. That little thing, fear, that controls so many people. False evidence appearing real. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. I'm not sure how this video will actually go down on YouTube. It's more designed or aimed at people who ask me the questions about the van lifestyle, what made me do it, what would I change, this sort of thing. So I think this video really is more for me to say to you, if it's something that you feel like doing and you want to do it. Okay, I will do more videos on the various ins and outs of it. It's not all sweetness and delight. There are times that it's not great, but those times are hugely outweighed by the awesome times. I don't miss bricks and mortar. I don't miss looking out my window and seeing the same view every day. I don't miss neighbours. The beauty of this, of course, is if you park up somewhere beautifully quiet and somebody turns up and makes a noise or starts irritating you, you move. You don't have a Barney, you don't have to have any conflict, you just move and go somewhere else. And for me, that is worth a lot. Do I conform? Not anymore. Did I? Yes. I spent 20 years building a business. I sold it through ill health in the end, and although it was nice to have money in my pocket, would I go back to it now if I was offered it back as a gift? Absolutely no way. I'm enjoying life now. I'm alive, I'm living. And that's how it should be. I'm not doing any longer what I've been programmed to do by schools and society all the way through. I'm fortunate that my programming isn't as strong as most people have. I wasn't brought up in a way that's sort of says you must do this, you must do that, you must do the other. I was brought up in a very free thinking way, actually. Hence, I started my own business when I was 16, and that's what I've done ever since. I've never been employed by people. I've never been told what I can and can't do, how I must dress, where I must go that day. It's always been my decision. Even then, I was free compared with most people. Now I'm completely free, and I wouldn't change that for the world. So have a think. What makes you happy? Who owns you? And most of all, are you alive or are you living? And if it's not the one you want to be, do something different. We've got a walk to go on. Somebody's getting impatient. Until next time, see you soon and enjoy.